All right, people. I got good news and bad news. Bad news is I'm being sued by Chase. Evil. But while I found that out today, my wife is handling some paperwork, and I'm here with Brian. Brian Rowe, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, so does this look familiar? We look older.
Nah, we do. A little heavier, too.
Well, speak for yourself.
Okay, maybe me.
No, me too. Anyway, so, yep. Before I said that there was no live stream today, but I'm live streaming this right now. And why? I'll tell you why. Because I'm here with Brian in his shop in all its glory. I just showed you my garage yesterday, but here's the 360 view of Brian's shop.
Disaster.
Brian Rowe, you know, you can look at him on IMDb and all of his fancy Hollywood crap. Like, check that out. And then you can see him on BattleBots. Look above my shoulders. You probably saw a Minion. Wait, is that what it's called?
Yeah, Minion's on the right.
Minion and Dreadnought?
Dreadnought's on the left.
Dreadnought. So, yeah, Brian did the robot crap because he's very fancy with robots. And anyway, so he's here. He worked with me for a while, was on the TV show with me. But this is the place that I came. This is the first, this monstrosity made the first heat bed for any printer bot ever. I still have it. So we used a 10-ton machine or some ungodly thing?
10,000 pounds.
10,000 pound machine to cut the first heat bed for a 3D printer out of copper clad. I bought it at Radio Shack. So printer bot wouldn't have been around without Brian. That's Brian designed the metal, simple. But anyway, through the glass here you might see Roy the robot.
Yeah. No, you can't look in there. That place is a disaster.
No, I know, but you can see a robot silhouette right there. Anyway, so a like-minded gentleman with a big heart to help me. So I'm working on a side project that I can't talk about, but I'm going to talk about it a little because I'm going to show you what we're doing. So he bought, when PrinterBot lost the water jet and Brian left PrinterBot and all that, he needed one here, man. So every shop needs a Protomax, right?
Dang right.
So it's actually a pretty dang impressive machine. So this is me watching it for the first time. I've already seen, you know what? I'm going to flip it. Yeah, so I don't have to. Okay.
All right, so I got the shield's down. I'm going to close the lid. All right, so it's fully self-contained.
Omax, just Omax.
Yeah.
Omax, just send Brian a check for the promotion, please.
I got to say, I love this machine. This has been a beautiful machine.
Now, wait a second. You're kind of BSing though, right?
No.
You really like it.
I love this machine.
Okay.
I mean, I love this machine.
Yeah. That's what I thought, so that's why we're showing it. Okay.
Okay.
So he's helping me cut
water
apart.
level's good. We got to add a little garnet here before we're...
So the thing that cracked me up was I connected a hose. We connected a hose. We filled it with a hose, like manual filled the level with the hose. He's manually putting in.
I'm trying to get the bucket of garnet open.
You need some help? Oh, you got a little. So it has a little screen to get rid of anything.
You just keep it full.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's 80 grit garnet.
It's just like an hourglass. It just goes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just going to use a little bit of a Venturi effect.
Venturi meaning like air pressure is going to just pull it through. And so it's not pushing it.
No, it's all just pulled through with a little vacuum in that tiny little hose.
So that where is my finger?
Yeah, no.
There it is.
That little hose right there.
This hose
feeds it into the nozzle.
Feeds it into the nozzle. It's crazy.
Yep. All right, ready?
So when it homed, by the way, no end stops. It just kind of like gently puts it into the side and so, let's do this!
You did turn the water on, right?
What?
Hold on, what's the pressure gauge say on the side?
I don't know. Yeah, it's 60. Wait, 60?
Good.
60.
All right.
Okay.
You ready? Now we're gonna start. And
all right, do it.
if I didn't forget anything.
Man, it's quiet.
It's quiet.
Gosh. That's it?
It's the extent of water jet cutting. It's nice and quiet. Run all day long. I've only got like 10 hours on it so far, and that's a lot of cutting.
10 hours of cutting?
10 hours of cutting.
What the crap are you cutting? Oh, can't talk about it.
Yeah, little stuff. Lots of little stuff. And now we wait.
This is cutting?
It's cutting, yeah.
Wait, what happened? You broke it.
No, I finished the first hole.
Oh, oh. This is very different than mine.
It's a little bit. So it's going to take 16 minutes.
16 minutes?
So it's a little slow.
I don't know.
It's a little bit lower pressure. It's
Okay.
only a 30,000 PSI pump. 30,000 PSI pump, so it takes a little longer to cut than Brook's like 50,000 PSI pump.
Yeah.
But quality and precision are just through the roof.
You got a
Love it.
piece that you've cut? Let me see those pieces right there.
Let's see here. Well, you want to see something cool?
Oh, yeah. You got to tell them the story.
Let me find something to put it on so you can see it.
Don't ask what's under the blanket. It's top secret.
So this is kind of a neat one. I did this one for a friend of mine, for his wife, the Bee Gal. She runs a shop called the Bee Gal, and he wanted to make her a little necklace. So it's cut out of 1/8" titanium, right? And then
You just had
tumbled
some
and polished.
1/8" titanium
I
lying
have a
around.
lot of 1/8" titanium. But what's incredible is it's like super strong.
Oh, my gosh. Way different than aluminum.
Oh yeah.
Wow, it's kind of springy, too.
Yeah, that's what. So it's really tough, but beautiful. A nice fine filigree work, and then here's.
But you modded your machine to do that, didn't you?
I did put in a smaller nozzle. So the nozzle size that comes stock is a 3.32.
Okay.
32 thousandths. I put in a 18 thousandths nozzle, which required me to run a finer grit garnet and a few things like that, and tell it I was cutting thicker than I really was. But anyway, it worked, and I got a smaller curve, so a finer diameter.
That's awesome. So that's an exact. So this is a typical part.
That's 1/8" stainless,
Yeah.
and so yeah, it just
So
cuts.
did you clean up the edge at all?
No, that's been tumbled is all.
Gorgeous, man. Yeah, that's better than my water jet did.
Just slow.
Slower.
Slower, but I have time. I'm not in production.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
prototype, so I need one part at a time.
Well, I would show you what we're cutting, but it's all buried, and it's submerged to save time, right? I mean, to save
My
Vol-
dog just ran in.
Oh, okay.
She's not supposed to be out of the house, so I'm gonna take her back. Yeah, it's submerged to keep the splashing down and to keep the
Sound down. Sound level down.
sound.
Yeah.
Make it nice and quiet, and it keeps it from blasting back and making a mess. So does that little yellow cup right there.
All right, you go. I'm gonna tell them about your saw.
You talk about the saw.
So, this is hilarious because Brian needed to cut concrete, so he made his own saw. He made all of this. He cut these parts on the plasma cutter, which is like buried back in here somewhere. He has to. There's his plasma cutter. You know, you can see it. But anyway, so he looked at the rental and like he already had this motor, and so he just drew it up, welded it together, and now he has his own wet saw for concrete. Hilarious. That is Brian for sure. But anyway, so you can see that he's got old equipment because he really believes that old equipment is the best equipment. And I don't know if you guys,
This is a mess.
that looks familiar. I've used that lathe before.
You've used that lathe before.
He didn't have 3-phase over there, so he's borrowing it off of this.
It's because somebody killed my phase converter.
That might have been me. He did have a phase converter down there, but anyway. So he's got all the cool tools. I love that thing. The one funny thing about this is when I came in, I was like, you got to use that? And he goes, yeah, the funny thing about this is
You got it all the way around.
that here is, can I open this?
Yeah.
That's right. It runs off of, what was it? Tape?
Tape, magnetic tape.
This used to run off magnetic tape. So he hacked it. I don't know if he hacked it or somebody gave him the instructions.
No, it's a system you could buy. I bought it.
So he bought that to go on that laptop to run that machine. Hilarious. I love it. Now this one's going to get converted, right?
Yes, I would like to eventually do a Linux CNC on both.
Oh yeah, he wants to do Linux CNC on this. I've actually got the stuff to build a Linux CNC box.
Is this what you wanted?
And this is his, what is this? This is a lathe.
That's a CNC lathe.
Yeah. So that's going to get
Right now you got
converted.
the junk cart sitting in front of it, so come on.
No, that's okay. I'm not showing it. It's just parts.
Yeah, so that's a CNC lathe. It's a PC-based controller that's bad, so it's a perfect retrofit for Linux CNC.
Right. So we're going to do that on that one.
And that
I say we. I'm going to be a big part of that. Big part.
You're going to be moral support.
Yeah,
This
right.
is my boy.
Heck yeah.
My boy Xander. Xander O.
Xander's got a little space in here too,
I
right?
don't know if you want to look in there.
Yeah, no, don't. It's way too dirty.
I want to show him the sword. Can I show him the sword?
Oh, yeah, sure. This one?
Yeah, look at this. This is crazy. This is
a little broken.
That's okay. It's all 3D printed on a Prusa.
Yep.
Did you design it?
Yep. Did it all during dinner.
And that was part of Halloween?
Yep, for Halloween I was, what was his name?
Oh, come on.
Wesley from Princess Bride.
Yes.
So I looked at a picture of his sword and designed this in I think about an hour.
That's awesome. How old are you?
14. Yeah. Freshman in high school.
14. My boy's 14 too. He's doing stuff like only what the teacher requires of him right now. You know, the Fusion 360 stuff.
But he's learning it.
Oh yeah, he loves it. He actually said, you know, if we move, he goes, I want to still be in welding and engineering.
Well,
I'm like,
hopefully they'll have it wherever you go.
oh, they will. They
I'm
will.
sure
They will. That'll be a prerequisite. So we're still cutting here. I want to show the part when it's done.
Huh? I will. Well, you gotta wait another 7 more minutes.
All right. What do you want to show him? Show him.
No, we're not going to know. What? Sure.
Can you get one of the trophies?
Yes.
I like the 3D print.
Trophies for what?
BattleBots.
Oh.
Co-
Hey,
I'll just be right here.
too much top secret stuff in here.
All right. Dude, this is the kind of shop that I want. Plenty of room. You can buy some older equipment and have it sit there for a while until you get around to it. I love it. Oh,
One giant dusty nut.
dude, look at that. So what year is this?
This is Super Heavyweight Dual Winner. So this is the Super Heavyweight Championship for June of 2000 in San Francisco.
Jeez, man.
Unfortunately, the printing does not stay.
Oh,
on
it's
these
all
ones.
right.
So yeah.
Hold it up so I can see it. Yes! Did everybody on the team get this?
No, we just had so many. We split them up between us.
Are you serious?
We have 4 or 5.
Are you? That sounds like maybe you're bragging a little bit.
Oh.
All right, hold on. I want to see. I want to see how heavy this is. It's pretty dang heavy. It's just aluminum, huh?
It's aluminum. Yeah. The small ones.
Jeez.
Small one's aluminum too. That's the big one.
Where's the screw to this?
You know, they started doing that.
What?
Lately, that's what I think the new seasons is. They alternate between a nut and a screw.
Okay. Well, anyway, that's a small club. That's a small club. Good job. Oh yeah. Wait, I see a theme here. Weapons. Okay, so tell me about it.
Okay, so this altogether would print,
Hold it up to your face so I can see it. There it is. A little lower, yeah.
So this was probably about a 23-hour printing altogether, but for me it took me a lot longer than that because a bunch of parts started failing and bearings went loose,
Oh yeah.
all that. But I found it on Thingiverse, just looking for some kind of gun model. That
Is
I
it
wanted
from
to-
a game or anything, or is it
No,
just?
it's some German guy made a concept art and
Okay.
someone turned it into a thing. But
What does
I
this
got
do
it-
here?
So that's the magazine. On the
Okay.
concept art, it showed that the magazine was in the front of the gun.
Oh, okay.
So I took that and
What?
made that piece.
Oh, that's just fake.
No, it's a real bullet casing, but it doesn't have an actual projectile that can fire out of it.
That's hilarious. Is that 3D printed tip on that?
Yeah, it is. And then,
Hey, I'm not promoting weapons, but honestly, 14-year-olds, that's all they want to make.
probably true.
I mean, fake weapons, you know.
Fake weapons. Cosplay.
Cosplay, baby. It's for an outfit, right?
Yeah, there you go.
That's pretty nice, man.
Yeah.
And you did all the painting yourself?
I did all the painting in about one night.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
You just put some. Is that leather or what is
It's
it?
okay, so it's a cording used
Okay.
for sewing leather that I had just a roll of sitting over there.
Jeez. So can you design too? No problem.
Yeah.
You working on anything right now? Not currently, huh?
Right now.
Last project was this guy?
Yes, this is the last thing I 3D printed, but this right here was a solid block, and the actual model they never actually designed it.
So you had to shell it out.
So I completely redesigned the entire
Oh.
part accurately and slid the bullet in.
Dude, he's got your tone of voice. I was like, oh yeah, so you did it the easy way. No, I'm good enough that I did it the right way. Okay. All right, man. Well, thank you, Xander.
Uh-huh.
Xander. This is the kind of 14-year-old boy you want. That's pretty cool. Do you have to fill that midway?
No, I got enough to make it's got enough to make the full cut.
That went down quite a bit.
Yeah,
Do you know?
uses it. This is what
This is the cost.
this is the cost, and because it cuts slower, it's higher cost than on, say, like a machine like yours.
Yeah.
The garnet use is more effective on your machine, where on this machine, because it's a lower PSI, it's not as effective. So,
But dude, totally worth it.
oh yeah,
Totally
For
worth
me,
it.
Absolutely. For the fact that I don't have to create a drawing, send it out, wait for it to get water jet, get it back, put it together, I can build on the fly. It was worth every penny.
And
It's not cheap.
yeah, the machine is 20 grand.
It's 19.5.
You do work that justifies it though,
I
right?
worked I basically, for about 6 months, I calculated how much I spent having other people cut parts, and I easily made the payment on the machine.
Yeah, that's where you wanna
it was
be.
worth Getting it from me.
And me, I will not be buying one of these.
No, you'll be using mine.
I'll be using yours. True. But it takes up very little space. It's like a pallet. It's like the size of a pallet.
It's like the size of a big washing machine.
That's true. That's true. What's one crazy thing about this machine that I think is nuts? These are all rigid.
All rigid too. No
So
flexible,
there's no flexible. I'm not pulling on it, but I'm just saying. See, you can kind of see it move.
It's just floating, just flexible.
It just floats. So the whole this is gonna move this way and it's gonna move that way. And there's enough flex in this line to allow that. So they take it all the way down to the bottom and then into the pump. So it's an electric pump and a custom.
What's amazing, it's a 5 horsepower, 220 volt single phase. So this can plug into where your dryer plugs in.
Yeah.
And it plugs into you can plug it into the water tap at your house and the dryer plug, and you're cutting.
What's happening over here?
You didn't get that outside.
I didn't get it outside. Sorry.
It won't go. You got to pull the hose. So don't worry about it.
Okay. Anyway, so 220 single phase.
220 single phase.
5 horse.
30 amps, 5 horse motor.
It makes
Direct drive.
30,000.
30,000.
Are you sure about that?
Yep. I can show you. We come over here.
Does the software come with?
Yep. His PC came with entire
What?
laptop and all.
Came with the PC?
Yep. So if
See,
I click
that way
on
they
this,
can spy on you through the camera.
if I click on this sensor dashboard, yeah, I know, huh? Takes a second to pop up. So it runs basically a simplified version of their OMAX software they use on their big machines.
Okay.
But so I was familiar with it. But there's so pump output pressure is at 30K right there.
Right.
It tells you the motor RPM, the water pressure.
Oh, geez, really? Okay.
Okay, the water temperature. Now, what's funny is I have this running off a garden hose across my property
Yeah.
because my house. I need clean water. I have ditch water at my shop, but I don't have clean water, and this needs clean water. So I have 100 feet of garden hose.
Oh, yeah.
Running from the tap.
That
of my
works.
house
It works.
To here, but in the middle of the summer, that water gets
Hot.
100, and so I have to purge it out
Oh, okay.
before I start cutting, or else it'll overtemp.
The water in the hose gets
The water
hot.
in the hose gets super hot,
Yeah, so you got to run it through.
so you got to purge it out first.
So what does that kind of maintain? The temperature of the water? Where?
Well, right now,
Well, it's
see,
cold
the
outside,
water
yeah.
supply is only 50 degrees.
Well, that's what it is outside.
Yeah, exactly. The controller temperature, this is the temperature in the control cabinet. The pump hours, heck, I've only got 9 hours.
Oh, it keeps track. Okay.
Yeah, motor.
That's phoning home, I guarantee you. They're phoning that on home.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's
I
fine.
like these guys. They've been really
Yeah,
really good to me.
Yeah, they're a great company. I'm just saying that to endorse them. I have no idea.
Yeah.
But you know, right?
I've used many Omax machines.
Dude, with 9 hours, how many hours have you been on the phone talking to them?
None.
Really?
Maybe one in the
What about the
beginning.
sales guy early on?
Well, in the beginning, before I bought it, I spent quite a few hours on the phone with them, asking them all the questions. I saw one at Maker Faire. That's when I really got my hands on it and looked at it.
All right, Omax, keep spending your money at Maker Faire. All right, so pressure sensor condition. What's that?
I think it's kind of reading the pressure sensor to make sure, I don't know, it's just stuff for helping maintain the,
Supply voltage
You know what?
234. Is it done?
it's done. Okay. So
Can I do it?
Yep, lift it up.
Here, you hold this.
Okay, I'll hold this.
You talk me through it.
All right, so just lift the handle up. Now you got to push the little, now it'll go automatically. There you go. Now the little orange hose, push that down, and
gonna drain
that'll start draining it.
the
That's
level.
the manual set. Now get your rinse and wash down all your garnet without making a mess.
Can you see the garnet on there?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Whoa. What if I did make a mess?
Turn to spray. One more. There you go.
It's crazy how heavy that stuff is.
Yeah, it is it's garnet, stone.
Do you want me to do it off the machine too?
Yeah, we'll do it. We got more to cut, so just
Okay.
get the area where we got to put the new part in, and then we'll clean the rest up when we're done.
Okay,
I'm a
so-
little obsessive on cleaning the machine up at the
I
end
know
of the day.
you. That's why I said, should I wash your shoes or shine your shoes too? Okay. No, that's good. You're taking good care of your equipment.
All right, let me move the nozzle off the...
Wow, dude. Seriously.
Here, show it. I'm going to move the machine.
Wow. Okay, that's a very high quality cut. Man, look how sharp those corners are.
Okay, watch the head.
I'm okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Just going to get it out of the way so you can grab the part. Okay, you can grab it.
Wow.
And then...
Gorgeous. Dude, that's really nice cut.
Very happy. And that was only on a 3. We can do all the way up to a quality 5. So 3 is about mid-range. 5 is a little higher quality. 1 is a little lower quality.
Wow. Bro, thank
There you
you.
go.
So we need another one of
We need
these.
another one. We'll just put it in and do it again. So what's really awesome is they've made this really cool kind of spring clamp system. One of the biggest pains of water jetting is getting the material held down in the right place.
So
It's a
true.
nightmare.
So
So they
true.
just did these really cool little, let me grab this.
Okay.
They're just little aluminum arms that have been machined or water jet cut with a hole, and then these standoff posts. And what's nice is because this has got a T-Trax
It's just
rail.
extruded
This is
aluminum, right?
You can twist these. This is a little dirty. And move them around wherever you might need them. And you lock them down. And then this is a little spring clamp. You just push it in, give it a little push, and it locks your material down.
Dude, that's so nice.
like it.
You always said, like, what did you say? 90% of the work is holding the
90%
material.
of the work is holding the material.
Yeah.
Even
There's
in 5-axis machining or anything.
shop teachers everywhere just smiled. So there's one part. Next. Where did I even get this material?
I have no. Oh, I think this was part of when you got the mini mill. This was all
Oh,
the
yeah.
material that was.
All right, here. You do it, and I'm going to show them.
No. It's got a little bit of a chamfer edge. Put that down. So what's neat is when you get the machine, this is just a piece of aluminum that's bolted in, and the first thing you do once you get it set up in place is you cut your zero in. So
that's
you
just
use
the-
the machine to cut the square that
Yeah.
you go off of, so that this square plate is exactly square to the machine.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's kind of
It's like the first print
Yeah,
with our
it's like the
printers.
first print.
fan shroud. This is
exactly.
the square table, yeah.
All right, so then we just put these guys on here. And kind of this one doesn't quite reach, so I'm using a little cantilever thingamabob here to give a little extra. Nothing worse than having it
That
slide.
that material's heavy enough. You probably don't need 3, but
No, but I don't want it to slide because then we're wasting material. And it's pretty easy, and I don't have to really adjust anything because we're going to just do the same cut. Except
what did you just do there?
I lifted that up because we had it down. I brought it up a little bit because we're going to fill her up.
So you fill it until it starts draining through that tube.
Basically, this
Where's
is
the other parts of it go? Oh, it
it
just
all goes
drains
out that
out.
drain hose right there when it gets
And onto
tall
the
enough.
floor, 'cause-
Well, no, that's because you didn't put the hose out.
I know. Well, you got a leaky hose.
I do. I dropped it and broke it.
Yeah, all my hoses leak. Okay.
Okay, so now we're going to send it back home. So are we clear? Yep. So we're going to say.
Well, is that clear?
Yep. It won't go that direction.
It's going to go Y
It should
first.
It'll go at an angle.
Whew. This is just a flexible
Yep.
piece.
So
Sorry.
So basically what this is just a splash shield. So when it's piercing, it's sending a lot of water back up straight at the nozzle. So this little rubber thing just basically contains that water so it doesn't cover the inside of the cabinet.
Right.
Okay, so we're about good. So you can pull the hose.
What do you do?
And
Sorry. Okay.
then close it.
Cool.
Start it again. Clear?
Part number 2. All right, so we'll end this pretty soon, but I got to say, I mean, I'm not trying to do a product review. I'm just saying it's awesome to have your own water jet.
A little one, right?
Yeah.
I don't have the room to have a big monster.
I know.
But this little thing
You just
does,
keep a bucket of the
garment,
sand?
yeah.
I used to keep pallets.
I know. Well, I need to get a pallet.
Yeah,
It'd be
right.
cheaper if I bought it in a pallet.
Oh, yeah.
That bucket's like $60 to $80, depending on where you get it.
Oh.
Yeah, so.
I think it was $50 a bag for me.
Yeah, if I buy it in a pallet, I can get it down to like $35 a bag.
Oh, wow.
But I got to buy 40 bags.
Well, that's the visit to Brian's shop. We're out. Thank you, people. Later. And now I don't know how to turn it off. This always happens to me.